Woodward Sports Network, let's go!
Yeah, baby!
We did it, y'all!
We did it!
We did it! Happy Friday to you on a very, very happy Friday. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show. Whew, what a party we had last night in Greektown, and I'm so glad that we were able to get out and hang out with people. My voice is going away a little bit, but that's all right. It was all worth it in the end. We're going to get into who the Lions drafted and a whole bunch of other stuff that revolved around the first round last night. But first, let's introduce you to everybody that's waking up with us and being a part of the panel this morning. To my right...
What up, though? It's Corey.
Corey's still limping along, playing injured, but he's going to make it. I mean, you got to make it through 2 more hours, Corey. That's it. You could do it, man.
I can do it.
You could do it. And to my left this morning.
It's Joey, and I'm not joking, guys. I woke up today, on time, everything, and I thought it was Saturday, and I went back to sleep.
Is that for real?
You guys ever do that?
We were wondering why you were late.
I was literally wide awake, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, no, it's Saturday. I'm straight. And then I went back.
Oh, no, man.
I mean, when you really working hard, you can low-key wake up and just kind of forget what day it is.
Well, for us, yesterday was a 19-hour day.
Yeah.
I mean, we started at 7 a.m. and ended at midnight.
That is true.
It was a long, long day. So.
Worth every second of it, though. Seriously.
Oh my God, so rewarding, so fun, and you know, if you weren't a part of the party last night, you didn't get to watch it. Obviously, it's still up on it's on our YouTube, on our Facebook, on our Twitter. You can go back and watch the reactions from last night, watch the whole draft all the way through. I mean, there's some great moments. We're gonna recap most of them today, but there's so much stuff that happened last night. Like I'm forgetting about it. You know, like Joik taking $1,000 off a kid running his mouth at Madden. Like that.
That
dude,
was real?
Do you know that?
Yeah.
Do you know the best part?
What?
Shout out to Matt Murphy, by the way. That's the idiot that lost that 1,000. But on top of that, he's a good dude. He listens every single day.
He's a nice
and watches
guy,
every
man.
day.
Yeah, how dare
nice
you call
dude,
him an
but
idiot?
he's an idiot because he doubled up on that.
Yeah. And lost to Chad's son.
Lost to Chad's son, another 1,000. It got to the point where they're going to be showing clips later on today during the Baligian and Bell show.
Hold on, somebody. So he lost 2 bands last night.
2
bands.
stacks, yep.
2 bands. It got to the point where he wasn't paying up that Joik said, all right, well, if you ain't going to pay up, you got to swim from here all the way to Canada, touchdown, and come back.
I mean,
I should have got it. I don't even feel like. I don't even feel great. I should have got that action.
Right?
I would have summed it up.
They were playing 1-minute quarters, too.
Don't matter.
Yeah. Dude, 4 minutes for $1,000.
I would have figured it out.
But if you missed the party last night, Alex, our intern, did a great job. Great little recap video here. And let's sit back and watch this. And we are live. Welcome to the first inaugural NFL draft party with Woodward Sports, and it's a pleasure to be here with everybody. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching a hopefully historic night for the Detroit Lions. Let's hope. Inaugural NFL draft party with Woodward Sports, and it's a pleasure to be here with everybody. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching.
With the 7th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Penei Sewell.
Woodward Sports Network NFL Draft, first annual. We are out of here, and welcome to Detroit, Penei Sewell.
Hey, Penei, welcome to Detroit. Man, thank you.
So that was a cool quick little 2-minute recap of our 4-hour broadcast last night. And to break it down into just 2 minutes, it's almost impossible. I mean, you had Darren McCarty running around, taking pictures with people. Joik Bell beating people's ass in men. I mean, the food was great. Maker's Mark beverages were amazing. The Maker's Mark girls, Joey kept pulling over and talking. Yeah. Why'd you interview them 8 times yesterday?
You know, it's a client. You just got to support the client because without them, it wasn't possible.
Yeah. No, and honestly, thank you, Maker's Mark, for having us down there and getting the Del Mar for us. And we got a good relationship with that venue now, and I think we're going to do a lot of big things down there going forward. So, you guys, I mean, let's get into it, man. I got what I wanted. Did you all get what you wanted?
I got what I wanted. I felt that with the Lions having Jared Goff for the next 2 seasons, you had to do one or two things. You had to either get him a weapon or you had to get him protection. A lot of people want to say that the offensive line was the Lions' best unit last year, and that is true. It was the best unit last year, but it's still a below-average unit. I mean, Frank Ragnow's good, Taylor Decker is good, but no disrespect, Jonah Jackson, the other guy, they could be better. So they got Penei Sewell. He's been regarded by many scouts as a generational talent at his position. That remains to be seen. But, I mean, the guy fell to 7. I thought he was actually going to go to number 5 to the Bengals. But what did I say? I felt the Bengals were going to go full Bengals and reunite that LSU group, and that's exactly what they did, clearing the pathway for Sewell to come to Detroit. So I'm with the pick. I felt that if Pitts or Sewell fell to the Lions, those were 2 guys you just had to draft and not blink, and they did it.
Yeah, and when you look at Sewell, he's just an absolute beast. Look at 6'6", 331. They talked about, you said he was a generational talent. He's got great feet. That's one thing that you notice. He gets to the second level. And the Lions have built a foundation now. We now know we have a strength, and it's our offensive line. And we haven't been able to see that for a long time around these parts, even though Detroit has drafted the most offensive linemen in the first round since 2015. I did not know that because it hasn't shown on the field. But that being said, this is the guy. This is the guy that everybody knew is going to be. You're going to set him there for 10 years, and we could just, hopefully, barring injury, just forget about that position. It's set. We got a elite talent there, and it's going to help us 10 years from now.
Well, and the thing about it is, he's the kind of guy where even if Jared Goff is not going to be here, whatever quarterback that comes after Jared Goff, if there is one, will still benefit from a guy like Penei Sewell. So it was a smart move. And on top of it, he has some ties here. He's said he already's been familiar with the D, outside of just being a fan. That's kind of weird. This guy was a fan of Detroit, but here's one thing he said about how familiar he is with the offensive line. Yeah, I know a couple. Obviously, I know Taylor Decker, the left tackle, and I know Frank Ragnow, the center, and then my boy Tyrell Crosby. He actually went to Oregon when I was there. To be a part of that room and to be able to join them is a blessing. There's a lot of knowledge and a lot of years in that room. So coming in, I'm going to soak it all up and be a sponge.
Listen, I love that. I love his entire attitude. He was talking about punching people in the face already. That's what he said. I feel like punching somebody in the face. And,
it's that Dan Campbell effect.
Well, remember, I asked Brad Holmes the other day, what type of, was he going for more, a schematic fit or whether he was going for a culture fit? As much as he talked about violence last night, he was like Cersei of Game of Thrones. I choose violence. That's what he kept talking about, how violent he was going to be. So I guess they got their culture pick.
Well, I mean, if you look at the war room and the reaction, Brad Holmes almost killed Rob Wood last night. Like, he almost threw him through the wall. He was so excited. And watch this with the reaction to us getting the guy that we wanted. And this is what you want to the left there. Look at, almost takes him to the wall, fist pumping, hugs all around. Like, they're jumping up and down. Like, when have we seen that type of energy? It's over to the left if you're looking for it. Yeah, like he almost broke Rob Wood's hip.
And you could tell from seeing that reaction that the Detroit Lions really wanted him and did not think he would be on the board. And that's what I'm most happy about.
Do you remember the last few years we've seen the Lions war room? Yeah, how you doing? Glad to have you a part of the trade. Yeah, we're excited. That is what excitement looks like.
Right.
That looks like, hey, we can't believe this MFR fell to us. So I'm happy with that. Brad Holmes also talked about last night that if Sewell did not fall to them, they were going to look at somebody at a similar position or somebody or a different position. So when he said similar position, I'm assuming maybe it was Rashawn Slater.
Right.
But they got their guy. And Lions fans, I want to say this. Yes, Lakin Tomlinson did not hit. Riley Reef did not hit for us. But also, too, you can argue that at the time, Lions got slammed for reaching on those guys. There was no slamming on Sewell. This was like a lot of people said if this guy fell to the Lions, they have to go grab him. So it's great that they actually scouted and got a guy who they did not even think they would have the chance to get. Whether he turns out to be a great pro or not remains to be seen, but it's a hell of a pick.
Yeah, and that's something we talked about yesterday, too. Like, what is one thing the Lions could do to piss you off in this draft? And it was reach. That was the thing. Try to be smarter than the room is what we've traditionally been, especially under the Bob Quinn regime. And yesterday, we didn't have to reach for anything. It's just like it came to us. It just fell in our lap from the heavens. It was amazing. Fish, I know you're going to love this about Sewell. Come out of the Fish booth real quick. So I want you to watch the TV because you normally can't see what's on the TV. So this is Sewell doing the haka dance. So if Fish is wearing his shirt right now so let's throw this up. This is the type of guy that's going to be defending us. That's our boy.
Awesome.
That's our boy right there, man.
You know what's sad is all these other athletes, they actually got some crazy highlight tapes. That's all we could find about Penei Sewell.
And he's got incredible highlight tapes. But Fish, what do you think about that, man? Does that get you more fired up to have Penei Sewell as a part of the team?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit? You like him now a little more?
Yeah, he's a good tackle for Oregon. I watched him a little bit of Oregon. I enjoyed his stuff, and I'm happy we got him.
How was your draft experience last night, Fish?
It was good. It was what I thought. I mingled with as many people as I can. I watched Maz's misery, which was probably the funniest part of the night. Maz getting pissed off at his Jets, getting pissed off at the Lions.
Why did you get pissed off at the Lions?
Oh, you guys didn't know?
No.
He said on the hook several times. He said it last night. He did not want Penei Sewell. He said the offensive line is fine. He wanted someone else. He wanted Chase, but of course he went to the Bengals. He did not want Sewell. He said trade the fucking pick.
Well, okay.
And then he got picked, and then it pissed him off more when Stingray Steve was there. He's a Patriots fan. Mac Jones got picked with the Patriots, and of course he was rubbing it in. Maz was pissed about that. He called him, what did he say, cock-sucking bastard or something.
That's a direct quote, too.
Maz called the Patriots cocksuckers. He was not happy with what was going on last night.
You know what? I will say this, and just did a little research. Obviously, everything last year was a total aberration. You know, quarterback, Stafford was up and down health, up and down issues with the running back situation. But despite all of that, Stafford was still the 7th most sacked quarterback last season. Our right tackle was, to put it in my words, in Ant's words, right tackle last season for the Lions was dog crap. Penei Sewell's gonna come in and play right tackle.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's an improvement, and you're like I said. Now we have an identity. We are gonna punch people in the face with our offensive line, and then we'll start putting pieces around that, and that's really where we gotta go.
That's the thing. Like when you look at other positions, like what would you have rather wanted, Maz? A wide receiver? That's something that you could grab in the second round when our next pick's coming up.
And it's a wide receiver. It's a nice amount of wide receivers that the Lions can get in the second and third round. The last good wide receiver the Lions had, Kenny Galladay, 3rd round pick.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's guys. There are guys who have been in the 3rd, even the 5th round that were wide receivers that went to the Hall of Fame. Not saying that's going to be the case for the Lions, but there are guys that I thought Terrace Marshall was going to go in the 1st round. He didn't. Kadarius Toney, he did go in the first round, and him and going to New York is going to be they're stacked. I don't know what the Daniel Jones is going to do, but they're stacked. But there's still wide receivers out there that the Lions can go get.
There's a ton, and we're going to get into those a little later in the show. I mean, like, honestly, this day two, to me, that's where the Lions got to focus, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. But I want to tell you about my friends at 8 Mile. It's Friday, so I got to do a slap shot today, Joey.
Yeah.
Hey, Pete, how are you?
Huh? Oh, Fish is taking calls. His mic was on, though. Good. So you guys can call in and let us know, too, what you think of the draft. 313-552-6322 is the phone number. But 8 Mile, I mean, born in Detroit is their thing. I was born in Livonia, but I grew up in Detroit, if that counts. So St. Mary's Hospital in Livonia, 7 Mile in Shiawassee in Detroit. Born in Detroit, 8 Mile Vodka. Pick some up this weekend at any Myers store. So happy to be partnering with these guys.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Happy Friday. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show on Detroit's all-digital sports network, Woodward Sports. And thank you guys for watching our live draft party last night. And thank you for being a part of the show this morning. Whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and, of course, Twitch, we appreciate you dropping your comments and being a part of the show. Alex is going to go through and throw some of your comments up on the screen coming up in a little bit. So make sure you get your important things out there so we can highlight you and your brilliance on the show. So, Corey, right after we drafted Sewell, you had the opportunity to talk to him.
Yeah, you know, it was so crazy in there. And, you know, if I would listen to Joey, I wouldn't have been able to hear a word that Sewell said.
What, Joey was telling you to stay inside the Delmar?
He said, go upstairs, it's going to be quiet. And, you know, I'm like, I got a feeling I need to go ahead and dip home. Just something telling me to dip home, man. I did. As soon as I got to my car, I'm like, okay, it's going to start any moment now. And it said press conference is going to start around 10 o'clock. Boom. I got enough time to really race home. So, you know, we're not going to talk about how fast I went on 75. That's neither here nor there. But to the point, I was able to sneak in 2 questions because I know Chad has been on my ass about that one. Getting in 2.
Hey, walk us through like us regular people. How is it like? What's it like being on this call, and how do you get to ask these questions?
Well, if you're the Lions have their approved credentialed media where they allow you to go ahead and enter those calls. So because I've been covering the team through here and through my previous job for the past 4 years, I built the report. So now they said, hey, we'll keep giving you access if you keep showing up to the call. So gotta keep showing up.
Just keep showing up.
So I got my access, and the 2 questions I asked him is about what about his game will fit the culture of toughness in Detroit, and the first thing he plans to do when he gets here. I don't know if we have the video or not, but
of course we do. What the hell you think we're doing here, Corey?
I didn't know.
You think this is amateur hour?
Hey, look, man, I'm still feeling the effects of the shots.
Okay, well, yeah, let's listen to Corey talking to the newest Detroit Lion.
Hey, Penei, welcome to Detroit.
Man, thank you.
All right, so Dan Campbell has preached toughness, along with the entire coaching staff this whole offseason. What do you feel about your game is going to bring that toughness and fit that Detroit culture that they're looking for?
Again, it goes back to my mindset. Because ultimately it's a mindset. Just like he said, he going to everyone talking about this is how we're approaching the game. And so I'm bringing that mindset. I'm joining that culture, and I'm joining the team and with that same mindset of ready to run through anybody. And Eric coming each and every day, putting on the pads, ready to get under somebody's chin and make them feel uncomfortable. So, man, just coming in and joining him on that, it's cool.
And outside of going to your conference, what's going to be the first thing, your press conference, what's going to be the first thing you're going to do when you get here to the D?
I don't even know. To be honest, I don't know much about the Detroit, but once I get out there, I'll probably hit up Tyrell some because that's big bro to me. See what's out there to see. But really, I don't know yet.
What a big personality, man. And that's just the type of guy, like, you could see Dan Campbell. You could see the culture that they want to build in that guy. Like, that's what they want moving forward. That type of energy. You see it with Jamal Williams when we brought him on to talk to him.
And that's the vibes he gave me throughout that whole call. He gave me Jamal Williams vibes. He was just a guy who was just so overjoyed to be a Lion. Of course, those guys are happy to get drafted. It's draft day, but his spirit, his energy was just consistent the entire time, man. I think he's going to be a great fit here. I think he's going to be, again, he's going to mirror what that toughness that Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell are looking for. And I'm just curious to see how they go ahead and do these other picks. But last night was Brad Holmes' real audition. All the other stuff he did up to now was great. It was cute. It made us feel good. Last night was the real audition, and as you said, he did not try to be the smartest guy in the room. He went with the no-brainer pick.
Yeah, and when you don't have to use your brain, you don't have to be smart. Honestly, it really, like, I love it, man. For the first time in my life, I feel like they have a plan. They understand football. Like, we have football guys making football decisions, and Chris Spielman understands how to build a team. You know, so I just feel good, man. And I don't even know how to react to the Lions not fucking up the draft.
I don't either. I would tell you this. I don't know what direction they go in the second or third round, but there are two LSU guys that I want.
Shh, we'll talk about them a little bit.
I'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll talk about that a little bit.
I'll tease it.
All right, we got Pete on the line, right, Fish?
Yeah, that was my bad at the start. My mic was on.
That's all right, man.
Next week I can blame the shop, but this week I cannot.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know, it was a late night for all of us. So if we're not operating at 100%, I mean, Corey's limping it out. We're making it work.
Well, if it would have been a weekend, I would have been up at 5:30. So no excuses. Let's put Pete on the line.
Hey guys,
Hey, what's up, Pete?
how you doing, man? I'm so happy.
Yeah, you wanted Sewell?
Yes, I did.
Oh, man. When you heard the name called last night, how are you feeling?
I felt awesome. I listened to the hook last night, and Darren McCarty said something really good. He goes, "We get all the players involved. We got all the players when they win championship. We got them all in place, and the last piece of the puzzle was a goalie."
Yep.
Okay, but that's the way I feel. Is like we're getting these guys in place. First of all, I was so sick and tired of 2 yards and a cloud of dust when they ran the ball up the middle all the time. It drove me crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that first running play to Adrian Peterson drove me insane last year. It was like 16 times in a row. The first play of every game was running it to Adrian Peterson. Yeah, the one game they did play action and it actually worked. But, I mean, how do you feel about the offensive line moving forward now?
I think it's one of the best in the league.
That's what we were saying last night on the draft show with Scott Bischoff and
Sean
Baligian. That where does this does this put us in the Colts stratosphere? Are we in the top 10? Are we in the top 5? I think right now it's safe to say top 10. But by the end of the season, I'm assuming we're going to be top 5.
Yeah, you know what, Jared Goff. If those running backs are healthy, I think we're going to have a good running game too.
I love it, man. Love it. Well, thanks for calling, Pete. I'm glad you got your guy. I hope you were celebrating like we were last night.
Woo! I certainly was. The great Baraboo restaurant, 15 Mile in Moravian.
Oh, nice. Nice. I'm glad you had a good time last night. Thanks for calling, Pete. And as always, you can call into 313-552-6322. I want to hear people's responses to last night. I mean, we saw the live response, which to me was amazing. When have you ever seen hot chicks get excited for an offensive lineman being drafted?
That was the best part.
Dude,
is that one group of girls,
Yeah.
that was like 6 of them.
Hot as hell, but loved Sewell.
They went crazy, and I was like, wow, they actually know about Penei. That's awesome.
I love it. I'm just happy right now. I don't. This is the first time in a long time I've had a morning after a Lions draft and just don't have the.
Or just like I hope this works.
Yeah.
You know, And shout out to my man Dro313 for dropping his comment right there on YouTube. And you can drop your comment on YouTube and Facebook, and we'll put it up on the screen. Just make sure it's a great comment. But no, we appreciate you guys being a part of the chat and like building this sports community within our chats, which is hilarious and awesome at the same time. And we saw a little bit of it going on yesterday at our draft party. Like Dose of Dion came out. You know, Detroit Kool-Aid was there. Like, it was a good time.
And that, like, Dose of Dion went live on his Facebook, on his YouTube, and it was so cool just seeing him around because he said, I've only never done my shows at home. And for him to be out there like that and see him at such a young age, I think he's 19 years old, like, this kid's going to be a star.
Dude, that kid's 19?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Young Trey Lance, 19.
Yeah. So if you missed it yesterday, like Justin, our design guy, looks a lot like Trevor Lawrence, and then Nick Leach could resemble. He's the all-American boy, just like Zach Wilson, right? And then, of course, you know, Dose of Dion looked like Trey Lance. And Joey interviewed all three of them on the red carpet style. To me, that was one of the funniest things we did yesterday.
I gotta say this again, man. We always joke. Me and a couple of my friends have always joked about how young Zach Wilson looks. Last night, he literally looked like he was going to prom.
Yeah.
Like, dead ass.
Dude, you know how much money that dude's going to make in New York looking like that and being the quarterback of the Jets?
Man, he looks like he's about to be in High School Musical.
The new Zac Efron.
You know, there was that meme, like, Zach Wilson looks like the guy that Disney would hire to play Zach Wilson in a Disney movie. Like, because he does. What's up, Fish?
This is mostly people from The Hook, Darren McCarty, Luke, Maz. They said I look like Zach Wilson.
You look like Luke Wilson.
I don't know why, but everyone was like, we need a side-by-side comparison of Fish and Zach Wilson tomorrow on The Hook. I'm like, okay.
No, you know
cool.
who you look like? Your dad.
Myself.
You look like your dad.
Definitely.
Like, your dad,
just
you're a
like
clone.
But his dad
Mom
looked like,
too.
But his dad looked like his brother.
Right.
Because I'm like, oh, that's his dad?
Yeah. And we're going to cover that. We got to talk to Fish's parents last night. So where do you guys think this leaves the Detroit Lions? I mean, obviously going into today, we still haven't addressed the defense. We talked about maybe taking a wide receiver. But how do you think the Lions are sitting going in today? You think they're feeling good?
I think they're feeling great. There is a number of directions they could go in if they want to go in and draft that playmaker or go defense. I have two guys that I would – it's a possibility they could get both, but if they get one of those two, I'm fine.
Nice.
I don't know if I can
you
go
can
with
you can say who you want.
Oh,
man.
cool.
But I want to really dive into it later. But
okay, so if they in the second round, I do want them to go wide receiver. I do want Terrace Marshall, and then I do in the third round. I would love if they could go ahead and get another LSU guy, get Jabril Cox.
You like Crocs?
Cox, yeah, I like him. I like him. They need a linebacker. He's rated as one of the best coverage linebackers in the draft. I'll go more later.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is what I was talking about before the draft. Like, this draft pick really sets the tone. If they would have gotten a weapon in the first round, listen, I'm not saying Sewell's not a weapon, but I'm saying like a wide receiver, a skill position player. If they would have gone that route, it would have been like, oh, okay, you know, I like where they're going. They're giving Goff some options, which is okay. But the way they went just shows that we are going to be a hard-nosed football team, and that's going to be the identity of this team. We're going to punch you in the mouth. We're going to push you back, and then, like Dan Campbell says, if we get knocked down, we're going to get up and take a kneecap on the way, and we can do it now. It's not just talk anymore. We got the offensive line to do it now, and it finally is here. Finally.
That's the thing, too, is he always, like – one thing, though, that did surprise me was when Chris Spielman said we're going to build from the outside in, because I took that as him wanting to go outside and go more of the skill position route. But like you said, this move right here just solidifies that this team is really just investing in Jared Goff and trying to protect him and take the necessary steps that we need to become a good football team.
Yeah, and I'm very proud of this organization. Also, Joey, very proud to be a part of Sun RV Resorts, right?
That's what I'm a little bit more proud of, because Sun RV Resorts, they got options. You don't got to worry about just getting one offensive lineman and trying to build around all that. You got 160 resorts nationwide across the U.S. and Canada that you got to book a trip right now for yourself. SunRVResorts.com is the website. And check out their Instagram. That's my favorite. They got so many amazing little homes and just vacation rentals that you could get. Beautiful RV campsites, and you got to check them out for yourself right now. It's like a glamping style. They got little lazy rivers. They got putt-putt at some of the resorts. Just fun things that you could do and explore with your family, with your friends, or even just yourself. So check them out right now, sunrvresorts.com.
We are here, downtown Fenton, my favorite Bridge Street Exchange.
That's right. And you want to switch up your wardrobe this summer? It's this easy. You ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I like it. You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Ooh, Brixton. Nice. One more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I like the hat on this one, too. You ready to do it one more time, Joey?
I'm getting tired. One last one.
All right, let's change it. Bro, where's your shirt? You need new clothes this summer. Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton. That's where you need to go. Thank you, guys.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go.
We officially welcome a young man by the name of Penei Sewell to Detroit, number 7 pick, and we did not think that he would be on the board, but thankfully he was, because now we got some good protection for Jared Goff. You guys happy?
Oh, dude.
Excited?
Dude. Let's replay the reaction video from last night. Like, I literally felt on top of the moon last night when they drafted him. When, you know, because Scott Bischoff was getting updates, and he was telling us a little bit about who was getting picked and stuff like that. And when Waddle got picked, it was like, holy shit. And he's there.
I did not think that.
And he was like down here on his phone like, I think you're going to be happy. And that's all he said. I'm like, oh, what? Scott Bischoff thinks I'm insane, by the way.
Why?
Just throughout the whole course of the, he's like, hey, you're something else. Like, because
the way he says it too, so serious.
Right.
That's
like,
what I love about Bischoff.
Like, no, man, this is a big moment for me. I'm not a scout. I'm not like, I'm excited about this. So
It's probably your reaction. He just expects we got Penei Sewell. He doesn't expect oh my God, he doesn't expect that. He just expects hey, we got Penei Sewell.
Yeah.
Like Sean's was the same way. He was like, yay. He like that.
Yeah. No, I was jumping. I had to take my headphones off, turn around, and jump in the crowd with everybody, give high fives. Like, it was a big moment for me. Thank you, Lions.
The craziest part was the quarterbacks taking first 3. We knew this was going to happen, but Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson. Then when I heard Trey Lance, that was the one where I was like, wow, they did it. Because there was a lot of rumors going around on Twitter of Mac Jones being that pick.
I always felt that at number 3, it was going to be either Justin Fields or Trey Lance. I did not think there was any reason for them to move up to draft Mac Jones. I think that was just a big-ass smokescreen. And some people fell for it.
And it was.
Yeah, because you didn't need – it's not – and the thing is, it's not to diss Mac Jones. Obviously, you saw what he did last season. It was 4,500 yards and 41 touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. But – you don't. He was projected to go where around the pick that he went. You didn't need to trade up to draft him.
Right.
So that was you trade up. You got the prospect you want. Jimmy G is pretty much as good as toast out that. So I like the pick for them, but I will say I thought it was going to be Fields. I did think it was going to be Fields right there. I did not think it was going to be Lance, but I knew it was going to be one of the two.
The 49ers did an incredible job smoke screening the entire – because I got a clip that we're going to play a little bit later because I want to play some special moments from the draft too. And they're like – you could tell with the kind of sly like, oh, I figured you picked up that you knew we were going to take you number 3. So they knew the whole damn time, but they sandbagged the whole league. They got me. I mean, Adam was up here yelling at me, there's no way Mac Jones is going number 3. And he was right.
Even if they said, though, if they came out and said we're 100% certain we're drafting Mac Jones, Trey Lance,
yeah.
I wouldn't have believed him.
Right.
I would not have believed him. And another one that I had a tough time believing was Jalen Waddle picked at number 6 to the Miami Dolphins, and he went full Aaron Rodgers mode on his own family. Did y'all see this?
No. I was too busy celebrating school.
Gets up, I'm out. No celebrating with the fam or anything.
Man, you would have lost every prop bet on that because those were prop bets. So, who's going to hug who first. And if you would have picked whoever the hell he hugged.
You know who predicted Jalen Waddle to go before Devontae Smith? Joik Bell.
Joik?
When I did the show with him, he was talking about that he felt that he would take Waddle before Smith, and Waddle went before Smith. So guess the NFL running back does know something.
That is crazy. I mean, especially, how does that feel to win the Heisman, be the best receiver at your university at Alabama, and then all of a sudden the guy under you gets drafted before you?
That's the way it goes, man. That's the way it goes.
Well, one thing that I was shocked was the surefire pick to Dallas wasn't the surefire pick to Dallas.
No, Dallas. I think Dallas panicked. They didn't know what to do after Surtain and J.C. Horn went off the board. But I think Dallas did the smart thing. They traded back, and they still got Micah Parsons, which is a Dallas player, a guy with a little bit of problems, and you bring him in, and he's going to be a badass. I thought that was a great pick.
So does that mean? So, question. Even though we know the Denver thing is with Aaron Rodgers is off the books, are they sold on Drew Lock? Because, I mean, I'm surprised they didn't go Justin Fields.
That does tell you something. Either they have something up their sleeve.
Unless that everybody like, hey, let's just kind of kick this under the rug for a little bit. We're still going to make the trade happen. Just not right now.
Just get Aaron Rodgers the hell out of the NFC North, please. Just get him out of here.
On to Aaron Rodgers talk.
There
Packers
it is.
GM came out and said, we are not going to trade Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers does want out, so this is an uncomfortable quarterback position in Green Bay, which I could not be any happier about. Get him the heck out of GB for real.
Yep. Great guy on the field, asshole off the field, so get him out of here. Go host Jeopardy. We don't need you around here. We don't need you around these parts.
You know, we had Mike Weber at our broadcast yesterday.
Really?
We were talking a little bit. Didn't want to pop on camera, but he was talking a little bit about Aaron Rodgers and what's going on over there. And TJ Lang actually just confirmed he's going to be on at 9:15 to talk.
Nice. Today with us?
Yeah.
God, man.
I love the fact that Aaron Rodgers could possibly be out of the NFC North, but it would have just been so hilarious if before the draft happened, he ended up going to the 49ers.
Oh.
Because then Matt Stafford would have been like, son of a bitch, not again.
Well, there was talks of the Rams reaching out to the Packers for Aaron Rodgers. Can you imagine if Stafford got traded to the Packers?
Let's not joke like that.
That's not a joke. That would have been awesome. Aaron Rodgers out of the league, and we got to worry about Stafford. I'd take that 1,000,000 times out of 1,000,000.
I would, but I don't want either one of them in the division.
No.
I just like it's just hilarious that the year that Stafford leaves the Lions could also be the year that Aaron Rodgers leaves the division. And not even being funny, wouldn't that make Jared Goff the de facto best quarterback in the division?
Yeah. You could already make that argument.
Unless Justin Fields, day one lights it up.
Right.
You guys would have been mad if we got a tight end?
Me? Not if it was Pitts.
Yeah.
What if I were to gift you Tim Tebow, baby?
Oh,
Tim
God.
Tebow actually worked out with the Jaguars and is seriously giving it a shot to play tight end. But my big question is this. Urban Myers, if it wasn't for him, would he have gotten this opportunity?
No. Look at that spiral.
But
Where did you find that clip? Can you play that again, Alex? Where did you find that clip? Look at this.
How is that real?
That was like a knuckleball.
And that went 10 yards.
I mean, it can't be any worse at tight end, right?
No, Jesus.
I mean,
That's one of the best NCAA quarterbacks of all time, by the way.
Literally.
And what's crazy is it took him to age 33 to finally conform to the position that they tried to get him to do all of this time.
Right.
He just finally admitted, hey, I'm not a quarterback.
Well, dude, Jacksonville drafting Etienne in the first round, moving up to get him. That was wild. I mean, now they got their running back. They had James Robinson last year, who went over 1,000 yards as an undrafted free agent. Now you're just going to push him down in the backfield? I know some guys in my fantasy league that are very pissed off because one guy traded a first-round pick for James Robinson in our rookie draft. And, woo, how's that got to work out for you?
Pistons, Fish, you should thank us, actually, for not being forced to watch our Detroit sports yesterday and having to be at that draft, because Pistons lost by 10 to the Dallas Mavs, but Beastu had a hell of a game. 20 points, 10 rebounds. Detroit Red Wings lose 3-1 to Carolina Hurricanes, but the absolute worst, Detroit Tigers losing to the Chicago White Sox 11-10. Nothing.
Ouch.
Damn, so the Lions were the only winners last night?
That's it. See? That's why we had to win the draft.
We were honestly winners too.
Oh,
because
yeah.
we got to meet Fish's parents yesterday. And when I tell you, this was the highlight of my day and probably the highlight of anything I've ever done at Woodward Sports was meeting the parents and them saying these nice words.
What were you hoping for?
Talk to me, Fish. Talk to me.
I'm not a big draft guy.
Oh, okay.
So he's the best offensive lineman in the draft and maybe the best offensive lineman prospect in a long time. And you got him at 7. Did I sell you on him?
Yeah, he's a good player.
There you go.
I watched him in Oregon.
Yeah.
He looked good.
Yes.
We have
He's
a
an
couple of
exciting player.
special guests over with Joey right now.
Oh!
Why don't we throw it over to Joey
Who are
and
these
see who his
people over
special
there?
guests are?
Fish, I want you to have the
Introduce.
pleasure of introducing these two lovely individuals today. Who is it, Fish?
Fish, who is Joey standing with?
I'd love to know too. Joey, introduce us.
It's Mama and Papa Fish, everybody! Hey, I just want to talk. So what's your name?
It's Mark and
Judy Fisher.
What does this mean, seeing your son, Samuel Fisher, also known as the infamous Fish, hosting an NFL draft party right now?
Well, it's unbelievable, and all I can say is his grandmother now refers to him as Fish.
That's great.
yeah, it's quite a dream. He's been wanting this for a long time, and it's so incredible for a dad to watch a son grow as he has in the last 6 months. And you guys have taken such good care of him. We are so pleased. It's incredible. We love it every day.
And we love Fish every day, and thank you, seriously. We got to thank both of you for blessing us with the
awesome.
Fish.
Thank you.
Go give him a big hug right now. Come on. Go give Fish a big hug. Give it up for Mama and Papa Fish, everybody.
Mr. and Mrs. Fish in the house. If you watch Woodward Sports, I mean, Fish is the man. I mean, there's no
Fish is
doubt
the
about
best.
that. We all love
He's the best
Fish.
of all of us.
Absolutely.
He knows it.
Mom and Dad getting in some love in there. Maybe we can send Fish to New Zealand. That's what I want. I want to send Fish to New Zealand.
Fish,
Wow,
I know you
man.
were pretty quiet about this yesterday. You didn't really want to talk about it, but now that the day is over and Mom and Dad are gone, what did that mean to you, for real?
It's incredible. It's a great moment. It's exciting.
It is exciting, man, to sit you up there doing your first live NFL draft. It was fun to watch you succeed, Fish. We love you here. I hope you know that.
You guys are the best.
Thank
It's
you.
a great opportunity, and you guys are the best.
And Kevin down at Bridge Street Exchange is also the best. So I just wanted to give a quick little shout out in downtown Fenton. If you wanted to go shop right now.
Why didn't you do that last night, Joey? That's what I wanted you to do last night.
What, do some live reads?
No, just a transition. That's why I said, Joey, I want you to tell me who the people are. You're supposed to give me a good transition.
Well, let him finish up this transition.
And then we can do another transition, Fish. Go shop there. I mean, I always talk about how much I don't like going into malls. My girl's actually making me go to one later on today, and I'm not looking forward to it. But they actually are in Somerset, so they got a little pop-up shop there. But in downtown Fenton is the real Bridge Street Exchange. So much Carhartt gear, Hey Dude shoes, a lot of local Michigan exclusives. So go shop for yourself and use the code word WSN to get 15% off your entire order if you shop online or in-store. BridgeStreetExchange.com.
Hey guys, I'm D-Mac.
Hey guys, I'm Pilar.
That was a little slow.
All right.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I wasn't ready. I was doing this.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
Hey, I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. You're lit. Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. We suck.
You suck.
Catch us Monday to Friday, 3 to 5
Every day right here on The Hook.
on Woodward Sports Network.
I love that show, man. Like, a bunch of fun people on The Hook. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you're watching 3 to 5 right here on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Or if you're driving and you just want to listen to the audio version, download our app. It's free, and you can listen to our shows live anywhere. And it's such a strong stream. It comes through, and I love listening to it. So thank you to everybody who's already downloaded our app on Apple and Google Play. WSN Live, or just search Woodward Sports Network and it'll pop up and you can put it right in your phone. So we talked about a magical moment yesterday with Fish. To me, there were two other magical moments, and one of them I want to get into, we kind of touched on earlier, is the phone call to Trey Lance. And you can hear it in his voice, and this is, to me, like the best part of the draft, is these kids just, all of them won the lottery yesterday. Like, we just watched 32 lottery winners, and you don't get to see that often. Lives change. You know, Bischoff brought it up yesterday that where you get drafted, that's normally like where you're going to live. You're going to meet your wife in that city. Like, this.
How crazy is that?
This
like,
sets the destination, right?
Of their entire life, of their kids, of the future generations. Like, we obviously all were placed in Detroit. These people could be placed in Green Bay. They could be placed in Minnesota, like all over, and it's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah, so here was the phone call with Trey Lance. And like I said, I love this phone call, too, because they're like, oh, I thought you knew that you were going to be drafted. I mean, we knew we were lying, but we thought you knew. like, go ahead and play that, Alex.
Hey, Trey Lance.
What's going on?
You ready to do this thing, man?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the 49ers, buddy.
Thank you.
So happy to add you to our family, buddy. I'm thrilled. Congratulations, man. I'm going to pass you over Coach Shanahan, okay?
Awesome. Thank you.
What's up, man?
What's going on, Coach?
Nothing doing. You excited?
Yeah, I'm so excited, Coach.
All right. You had a hunch for a while?
Man, I didn't know, Coach. You wouldn't tell me nothing.
Hey, we didn't tell anybody, man.
I know.
I thought you could tell, though, the way it that's fine, but how you doing?
I did, but I didn't. I didn't know, Coach.
Hey, man, it was all worth it, man. Dude, we're so pumped. So pumped, man. We'll get you out here tomorrow. Enjoy this night. Have fun with your family, man. You've earned it. Hey, Jed York, our owner wants to talk to you right now.
Jed.
Awesome, yes, sir.
Trey, we're so happy, man.
Yes,
Turn
sir.
it in.
Too.
Yep. Enjoy this with your friends tonight. Really let it soak in. We got a long time to work together. I'm really looking forward to it.
Absolutely, yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Have fun tonight. We'll see you tomorrow, man.
And he starts crying, man, when he hangs up the phone. Isn't that awesome, man? He starts crying when he hangs up the phone. Like, that dude's just, his life has changed forever. And he went from North Dakota State University to the number 3 overall pick, and they traded up first-round picks to get him.
That's what I'm saying. This dude, when he entered North Dakota State, did you ever think, we've all had dreams of going pro, did you ever think that he'd be picked this high?
No.
Probably did.
No.
Like, that's the craziest part.
But he was. I mean, he does have one of the highest ceilings, and he does have one of the lowest floors. So, to me, he was the biggest gamble at quarterback. But if you're in that risk-reward position, throw your nuts on the table and go for it, man.
Hey,
what are we doing here? We play to win the game, right?
Hey, just got to say this. The video editor me, shout out to whoever edited that clip. They blurred the hell out of everything. That screen was on that desk. Even the coffee cup. Y'all ain't seeing jack but that helmet. That was my favorite part of the video.
I was staring at that too. But it's crazy because Kyle Shanahan said the whole time he knew he wanted Trey Lance.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's like, I thought you knew, but we weren't telling anybody. I love that line, man. I love that line.
Greatest smoke screen
dude
ever.
Yeah. Yeah, Mac Jones. They use Mac Jones as a smokescreen.
Everybody. I didn't buy it. I'm like, no way in hell they're moving up for Mac Jones. I didn't think Trey Lance. I thought Justin Fields, but I was like, okay, if they don't get Justin Fields, maybe Trey Lance, but definitely not Mac Jones.
Yeah, and then another magical moment last night, and this is kind of a guy that I wanted early on in the draft process, but obviously with the way it fell, we weren't going to take him at 7. Kwity Paye out of University of Michigan. So shout out to all my Michigan Wolverine fans right now. This is one of yours doing something I think every son wishes they could do for their mother.
Care of your mom. What does it change for the prospect for your life and your family's life?
For my family, she's done working. She's retired.
I gotta talk to Mom, Agnes. Obviously, Kwity told.
So, I mean, like I said, I think every young man wants to do that for their mother one day, put their arm around her and say, Mom, you don't got any more worries. We made it.
I mean, how do you not retire your parents in that moment? Like, I wish I would, if I was in that position,
right,
to be able to know I'm getting that kind of a bag and my mom's about to go punch a clock. Psych. Y'all might that right there. That was her notice.
Well, and then you get into the story. Like, she came over here. You know,
Yeah.
she definitely like had to work her way just to scratch and claw to be a part of the American society, coming over here as an immigrant. And then your son goes on to University of Michigan, gets drafted in the NFL, puts his arm around you, and without you knowing, just announces your retirement. Like,
That's
goosebumps, man. Goosebumps.
That's the icing on the cake. That she's probably still slapping herself like, did that just happen?
Right. Alex, can we play that one more time? I just want to see that one more time, because watch her reaction. Like, you're watching all the stuff in the background. Now that you know what you're looking for, just watch her face.
Care of your mom. What does it change for the prospect for your life and your family's life?
For my family, she's done working. She's retired.
She starts crying.
You get me to cry, man.
I told you, man. Like, dude, how could you not feel that? Like, if you're a son, which obviously you are if you're a male and you were born, like, how do you not feel that way? I know, science, baby.
Wow. No, that's science. That's real science right there.
Yeah. So
it's crazy because
it's just love, man.
And that's the thing. These NFL players, they get this big contract, and all of a sudden, everybody hitting them up for money. But that's mom.
Right.
Mom put you on this planet. Science, baby. But like that's what life's all about. And to have that moment, especially in this day and age where people don't really retire until later ages because how hard it is to make a living.
Right. I mean, I helped make my mom's car payment, and I feel like I'm doing a good thing. I can't imagine turning to her and be like, Mom, I got your car, I got your groceries, I got your rent, I got everything. Whatever you need, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of your life. Like, I'm striving to get to that point. Like, that's one of my goals in life. But damn, how cool is it in a snap of a finger? Literally.
Just like that.
Just like that. Family's good, man.
With that said, Stick, I just want to tell you, man, that you're set for life, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm just playing.
Man, I don't believe you.
I wouldn't take that.
Yeah. Even if I was, it's not like
that.
I'm walking out the door. I'm still going to do this for the rest of my life. This is the shit I love. So, yeah, great moments in the NFL draft last night. And we got great moments coming up next with Adam and Adam's bets. You want to make some money? We got the money lines, we got the overs, we got the unders, and we got the spreads coming up with Adam's bets next on Woodward Sports.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate
of Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech. I love that commercial.
You ever just wake up in the middle of the night saying it?
Yeah. You're just Northwestern Tech. You just look around the room. 10.5 month hands-on program. Oh my God, it's only a 10.5 month program. What's up, Fish?
Adam, I want to know how your night was.
It's good.
Did you get any sleep last night?
Yeah, I got a few hours.
Okay, good.
Screw the sleep, man.
I'll catch
we gotta
up
give
over
this
the
guy
weekend.
an applause for how amazing.
Yeah, you did a great job, Adam.
No, they don't.
I saw you down there producing your butt off last night. It was good to
It was
see.
a good show. I'm
not
glad it
joking.
worked out.
I'm watching the actual stream thinking that we had better quality on our
That was the goal.
broadcast that you made happen.
That was the goal. I mean, it wasn't just me. I mean, we had our graphics team, interns, all pitched in.
Graphics team, how many people do you have on your team?
One. Justin's amazing, but no, it was a team effort,
Yeah,
man.
Mikey
you know.
TikTok was making the highlight videos. Justin was making all the sweet graphics, the bottom bar, the top bar. You know, like, you guys busted your ass to get down there and make sure the setup looked good, make sure our logo representation was right inside the Del Mar. And dude, you produced your ass off last night.
It was exhausting, but
Yeah.
you know what? I mean, it was worth it.
And the best part is
just
some
to
of
see
those
everyone.
production elements are going to start carrying over into the network. And, that last night we discussed this.
Last night was a big moment. Yeah, I mean, we were able to pull off a production that I would say 99% of people really can't.
In studio, they
and
can't.
that was our first real live test with it. You know, we tested it at the studio, but that wasn't when picks are getting announced, trades are happening, people are moving up and down. It was quite quite the night.
Yeah, for those who don't, when I watch TV, I think, oh, that's on the TV. But everything on this TV right now had to be designed, had to be placed, had to be put up there. Alex controls all that stuff, and it all comes from our production team. And honestly, Adam, can't thank you enough for how much you busted your ass, because it took like a week and a half to prep all of that stuff.
Yeah,
We had
more.
300 inputs last night that you had to choose from.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, the only shitty part was I didn't get to enjoy the Sewell pick.
Yeah.
You did,
but you're
because
going to
you made
remember it for the rest of your life.
No, it was an amazing night. It was a great night.
But that's the thing. You look at the production. People can't pull that off in their own studio, let alone we were out on the road, not even knowing if our internet would work. But seriously,
Wi-Fi internet.
Seriously, shout out to AT&T on that one, because that's 2 broadcasts now that this AT&T mobile hotspot came through in the clutch. So this whole thing, team effort, awesome job.
Yeah, I mean, when there's that many moving parts, you never know really what's going to happen, but I'm just glad it worked out. It was a good night.
Well, man, enough patting yourself on the back. Let's get to the fucking bets.
Says this guy.
Did we win money? Now make us money.
Yeah, now make us money.
I mean-
We got Justin Rodgers coming up at 9 a.m., so let's kind of breeze through these. We got about 4 minutes.
Yeah,
These
I'll
are
be
Adam's
quick.
bets.
Yeah, I'll be quick with this one, guys. Not interested in basketball, so I'm just going to do hockey and baseball tonight. I'll start with the over 5.5 in 2 games. I'll take it between the Jets and Canadians, 2 high-power scoring offenses. Love that. And then I'll take it between the Golden Knights and the Coyotes over 5.5. I basically get those for even money, so I'll always take those. And then I'm going to move to baseball. I'm going to take 2 games. I'll take the runs on the over, and I'm going to take a money line. So the first game the Tigers play tonight, honestly, you don't need the Tigers to score with their pitching staff. So I think New York can score 8 pretty damn easily. So over 7.5 is a bonus for me. To be honest, it's a very friendly line. It should probably be at 9.5, considering if the Tigers score 2 or 3 runs, it should be pretty easy to cover. So that game's a wrap. And then a low-scoring game, but also a low-scoring line. 6.5 is low. I think 4-3 is very doable between the Indians and White Sox. That's at least how I think of it when I'm running kind of my model in my head of how this game could play out. 7 runs is very achievable between the Indians and White Sox. Yes, both have good pitching staffs, but I think a 4-3 result is super fair. Expect a close game there. And, of course, I'm going to finish the night. The Cincinnati Reds versus the Chicago Cubs. The Cubs pulled off the upset last night. I expect the Reds to win tonight. And it'll be a good show. You want to parlay it? You guys know what to do with it. But, honestly, one of the very few times I really think you should not only parlay this, but you should really invest significant into the individuals. There's a lot of money to be made on these lines. These are basically all even money. So I'm happy with it.
I love it, man. And I love your record. 152 to 105. That is some good eating.
Yeah, I got a better record than the Lions do making draft picks. So.
Yeah. Dude, did you hear what I said earlier about the Lions have drafted the most offensive linemen in the first round since 2015? It doesn't feel that way. It's only 4, but still, it doesn't feel that way.
Though.
I don't want to take up too much time because you guys got a lot going on. But I just want to say something about just in general the media perception of the Lions. Louis Riddick doesn't have a job for a reason. One, he said Devontae Smith should have gone over Penei Sewell during the draft.
Yeah.
Number 2, leading up to the draft, I believe, what is his name? Dan Orlovsky went on ESPN and said that the Lions need to stop doing the normal stuff that they always do, which is take an offensive lineman, and they need to either go skill position or defense or trade back. And here we are with Penei Sewell at number 7. I don't even know how he fell, but my point is, Lions fans, don't fucking listen to people. Listen to Woodward Sports if you... maybe Sam, I don't know, but...
Yeah, I don't know about me, but, you know, I'm a fanboy. What are you going to say? Listen, I pick with my heart, and my heart got fulfilled last night.
It was a great moment. I was so surprised.
Dude, honestly, I'm going to ask this to everybody. Have you ever seen anybody get that excited for an offensive lineman? Ever?
No.
Joe Thomas, maybe.
Not even.
Yeah.
Who was the Michigan guy that went to Miami?
Long.
Yeah, even Jake Long. Nobody was that excited. And we knew prior, the Dolphins announced it like 2 weeks prior to the draft. So
This one just hits different because this one we all knew, certain, that he was going to be gone.
Well, he's a top 3 pick in every other draft. Top 2, realistically. There's just 3 quarterbacks went 1 through 3.
Damn, I owe you money. That reminded me. You said top 3.
Oh, top 10 for Justin Fields? He went 11 at least.
He went 11. Ouch.
What do you mean 11 at least? I still lose $100.
It's all good, Joe.
I'll pay you after the show.
Well, thank you, Adam, for coming on with your bets. And, man, thank you so much for all your hard work last night. And I know me and you were texting each other at like midnight last night, just geeked about how it all came together, because there's a lot of stress before those events that, hey, the internet may kick off, the computer may die, somebody may spill something here. Like, there's just so many moving parts, but it was great last night. We got to share it with so many people.
I got something I said twisted. It was actually Dan Orlovsky who said they should take an O-line and not a wide receiver, and Louis Riddick who said take the wide receiver instead of an offensive line.
Riddick's an idiot. Glad he's not our GM.
But thank you, Detroit Lions lockdown.
Yeah.
Lowdown. Good catch.
So, yeah, if you want to take advantage of Adam's bets, make sure you go to mybookie.com. That is where we place all of our bets. I did my prop bets there last night. I actually won my prop bet on who Trevor Lawrence was going to hug first, which was his wife. And
there you go.
What was that? Plus what?
It was like plus 200, but
I took Micah Parsons at under 13.5.
Nice.
That one barely won.
So hit up mybookie.com and make sure when you do, you use promo code Woodward, and we're going to match your first deposit up to 50%. And that's free money, folks. Like, I don't know about you, but I love free money, love putting it in my bank account, and I also love using it to make more free money. So make sure you go to mybookie.com today, enter promo code Woodward, and yeah, you'll get that free money from Woodward Sports.
You don't fumble the ball at work. Hey, Drake Bell, Sean Baligian. See you guys next weekend.
Thanks, mate. Poor Bell's soft. Wait till it comes to New Zealand. Sure that out.
Welcome back. It's the Morning Woodward Show right here on the Woodward Sports Network. We're still on a high hangover from Penei Sewell being drafted last night, number 7 overall by the Detroit Lions. And we brought this young man on yesterday because he knows more about the Lions and he's forgotten more about the Lions than any of us will ever know.
Dude's
Let's put it that way.
probably not slept all night since the whole draft went down. So help us in welcoming Justin Rodgers, the Detroit Lions beat writer for the Detroit News. Good morning, Justin.
Adam's like, hey, don't listen to the media, and let's welcome in a member of the media.
No, we're talking about the talking heads on ESPN, not the people that actually grind it out and do the real job.
Yeah, well, I also heard in there that everybody thought Penei Sewell would be gone. What they didn't do was look at my mock draft, because number 7, Detroit Lions, Penei Sewell, they made me look smart. I appreciate it, Brad Holmes.
Nice, man. And that, honestly, if you saw our draft party last night, literally we had people behind us chanting Sewell before he even got picked.
It was 4th, 5th, 6th, all of them. Penei. It was great.
It's funny to me how Lions fans always get attached to a guy, and they've got attached to some wrong guys in the past. I think we can all remember them chanting Aaron Curry's name, too, with the Matthew Stafford draft. But we won't really know if Sewell was the right pick until years down the road, but man, it sure looks like it on paper right now.
Yeah, it definitely substantiates our offensive line and makes that the power of the team. It gives Jared Goff some time, gives him some play action with our solidified backfield. Now, today, we got to start looking at giving maybe some wide receivers on the outside. Is that what you're thinking the Lions may be doing today?
I love that. I am in that ballpark. Like, I do like the wide receivers, but at some point, right, they've got to address this terrible defense. I mean, this is the worst defense in franchise history. They didn't do a whole lot in free agency. I know they brought in Michael Brockers in the trade market, which is a great addition. But, you look at 41 right now and, assuming the Lions stay there, Brad Holmes comes from a team with a history of moving around quite a bit in the second round. But there's 3 spots or 3 positions I really like there at that spot. I think the defensive backfield's a good spot. You're talking about a guy that loves safeties. Safety has not been drafted. There's some really good ones here at the top of the second round, whether it's Mooring, who a lot of people thought was a first-round pick, still sitting out there. I really like Javon Holland as well, and Jamar Johnson from Indiana. Richie Grant. It's loaded at safety at the top of the second round. And then, you dip back to wide receiver. You got both the Moores in Elijah and Rondell. And, a guy that I really like is Terrace Mitchell from LSU. He really stepped up big with Jamar Chase opting out of this season. And what I really like about him beyond, just having the right physical build and the athletic gifts is he's an inside and outside guy. He did a lot of damage in the slot. Lions don't really have a true slot receiver on the roster right now, and if you could bring him in and utilize maybe Pearman and Terrell Williams and mix and match and move guys around and not really ever show your hand play to play, I like the way that kind of mixes and matches if he's available there at 41 as well.
Go ahead, Corey.
That's what I want. That's really what I want. I'm surprised Terrace Marshall did not go in the first round. I've seen a few projections thought that he might slip up in there. But have you heard anything about what the Lions are looking at going linebacker, just that linebacker corps in the second round or the third round?
I think they'd like to add a linebacker at some point. I think the position was maybe addressed a little earlier in the draft than some people expected. I really liked Jamin Davis. I thought that would have been a really nice player to add in the second round, and Washington goes out and grabs him at number 19. You're talking about Zach Wilson having this astronomical rise from last year to this, but I look at Jamin Davis as the defensive equivalent, right? Like, nobody was talking about this guy a year ago. He wasn't even starting at Kentucky. He goes in, has a great season, shows coverage skills, which are so coveted at that linebacker spot, and then, blows up his pro day. And, now he's a first-round pick, and not even just a first-round pick, a mid-first-rounder. Listen, there is still one really great linebacker sitting out there. The problem is he's talking obviously about Owusu-Koramoah from Notre Dame. Yep. The big issue is he's 220 pounds, and so this league covets speed and guys that can cover space. There has been a premium placed on that, but you still have a hard time finding a role for a 220-pound linebacker in this league. It takes a creative defensive coordinator. I would love to see the Lions grab him, whether they have to trade up a few spots to do it, because I want to see Aaron Glenn's creativity. Can he find a way to utilize this guy's awesome skill set beyond the fact that he's limited in size? Other than that, I think you could probably wait till linebacker, maybe to third round. Maybe at the end of third round, there's some guys there, but at this point, you're not getting a 3-down guy, right? The 3-down guys go in the first round, so you're getting a 2-down guy. That the value isn't as great. I think safety or cornerback is probably offering you a little bit more value at the top of the second.
I'm excited for this second day. I'm so glad that the draft isn't over just after one day. And this is really where the champions are made. I mean, this is where the foundation of your team, and these are the guys that are going to really, really fill out your roster. And this is where you can hit home runs too. Who, in your opinion, would be a home run pick for the Lions?
Oh man, I feel like I've mentioned a lot of them, right?
Okay.
Like, I think if you get Owusu-Koramoah, that's a really nice pick. If you get Mitchell, that's a really nice pick. Either one of the Moores, the Lions could use a slot receiver. They've built their outside guys on vertical speed threats, guys that'll stretch the field. So why not get a guy that's really quick, good with yards after the catch, that can make you pay if you're protecting the deep part of the field. So that's why I really like a guy like Elijah Moore.
That's my guy.
And
that's who I want. That's my home run. If they can get Elijah Moore at 41 today, that is a phenomenal pick for the Lions, in my opinion.
Yeah, they'll just worry about defense in 2021, 2022.
We can address it with our 19 first-round draft picks we're going to have by then.
Yeah, who knows? They might pick up a few more today. I really, I know we talked a lot about trading down from pick 7, and I absolutely understand why Brad Holmes didn't take the bait there. He loved Sewell. We understand why, but Lions still are kind of short on picks this year, and the real gold, as everyone says, is picks in 2022. So if he can trade back in that second round and that third round and pick up some additional lottery tickets on day 3, you talk about this being the day where champions are built, but look at Super Bowl rosters. Like, these teams with the day 3 picks and the undrafted free agents that succeed, that's really where your great rosters are built, or where you can scout and find talent in day 3 of the draft. Right now, the Lions only have 2 picks in 4th and 5th round, so I think they'd like a couple more, and I wouldn't be surprised if they utilize today's selections to pick those up.
When you saw the War Room reaction video of this regime compared to what they were the past 3 years with Bob Quinn just being like, hey, welcome to the team, and that was it, does that send a different vibe? I mean, we already felt that energy throughout the team, but when they're hugging, they're damn near throwing Rob Wood through a wall. What does that project for the Lions?
I think that we have this habit where we want to see something that wasn't there that probably was. You know, I think there was plenty of moments where the Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia regime showed a lot of excitement, both in the draft room and then, you know, the one that really sticks out for me was that Week 3 win over the Patriots in his first season where Matt Patricia is bear hugging and carrying Rod Wood around the locker room. Like, you know, those guys showed their emotion and they got excited about their draft pick. But I think it's always good to see genuine emotion, you know, right? Like,
yeah.
I think my favorite guy in that video, there's so many, you could dissect that entire video with like a John Madden style with the marker and the telestrator, but like you've got John Dorsey like getting left hanging by like 3 people as he's desperate for a high five. You got Rob Lohman who's screen like just trying to update his damn spreadsheet. Like, calm down, guys. And then Ray Agnew, who's the top guy from Los Angeles that they brought over, who is over there on the left side of the screen, that's just so pumped up. And Dan Campbell, you know, the guy with that we expect to have the most energy, is just kind of taking it all in and laughing. And yeah, I like the joy of draft night, not just from the Lions, but from these kids that have fought for these dreams. And you know, you see them getting emotional and crying and hugging their family. Like, it's the best part. I don't need any more Kings of Leon. Just show me more guys crying and hugging their moms. That's what draft night's about for me.
Yeah. Dude, I didn't even notice the Dorsey thing till you pointed out. We rewatched the video. That is hilarious. He got whipped like 3 times.
Yeah, it's like every single person in that video is worth watching. So you got to watch it 4 or 5 times to really fully appreciate everything that's going on.
Well, thank you, Justin. Justin Rodgers of the Detroit News, our favorite Detroit Lions beat writer. Thank you.
Get him, Joey.
Have a great day, Justin. We appreciate you, man. And I apologize for yesterday. Please don't hold it against me.
No, hold it against him, please.
I felt so bad.
No problem, Branch.
He even got tree branches behind you. He got my family hanging behind you. What's that about? Thank you, Justin Rodgers. I'm sure you had a late night just like we did, but we appreciate your insight and coming on with us. So have a great day, man.
Of course. We'll do it again soon.
Yeah. Round 2 today. It kicks off at 7 o'clock tonight. And the thing I like about round 2 and 3 is it's faster. You know, there's less time on the clock, and usually by the time they announce the last pick, the other pick is already in, and it's just rollover after rollover after rollover. So the second and third round, much more fast-paced, much more exciting.
I hate that. Pick is in. I'm going to make you wait 15 more minutes.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I didn't mind it last night. I could have lived last night. Last night could have been 9 hours, and I would have been ecstatic. Like, it was too short, even though our live broadcast went 4 hours. What's up, Fish?
That's because it's a made-for-TV event. You know they're going to do that. They're going to say the pick is in because it's TV-oriented, even though obviously there's a bunch of people there. It's made for TV, so they're going to stretch it out as long as they can.
Yeah, because I remember the draft. This is now a whole 3-day spectacle, because when I was, growing up and watching the draft with my uncle, this would be like a noon Saturday type thing where the draft would just last the whole day.
Yep. Yeah, it was a long, grueling thing. I remember when I was in high school, there was a kid named Dave Bowens who played at Orchard Lake St. Mary's. He ended up going to Michigan, set the sack record as a freshman, then ended up going, I believe, to Western Illinois. And we were like, oh, man, Dave's going to go in like the second, third round. He didn't end up going to I believe the 5th or the 4th, and just waiting there the whole day. Like, next up, it's gonna be Dave. It's gonna be Dave. It's gonna be Dave. It's gonna be Dave. And it wasn't Dave for like 2 days, and you're just like, what the hell is going on? But yeah, I like the condensed version. I like that they're doing it a one round on Thursday, 2 rounds on Friday, 2 rounds on Saturday. I like this version now.
It's a lot more digestible.
Was that guy making fun of me for not knowing who Kings of Leon was? Yeah, I mean, I knew the Use Somebody, isn't that a song that they have? But yeah, by sight, those guys could be walking down Birmingham at any time. I'd be like, oh, this is a typical Birmingham dude right there. Like, who the hell? I thought it was Matchbox 20. They all look the same to me. Nothing I can do about it, man. It's just what I see. Different levels to this, right?
Right.
Speaking of levels, See what I did there? Yeah, Fish gets so excited when we do that. You got to give a shout out to our people at Enjoy Levels. That not only did they help us sponsor last night's event, but they also have a brand new spot opening in Centerline. It's going to be amazing. And of course, you can't forget about Green Galaxy, which is up in Flint. They have that one right now too. And they're eventually going to be all over the state of Michigan. And they're going to totally change the way you look at dispensaries and how your shopping experience should go for your medical or recreational cannabis. Recreational. I love it. Thank you guys. So make sure you go follow them at Enjoy Levels on Instagram or go to enjoylevels.com and just check out what this place is all about. I promise you will not be disappointed. Thank you to Levels for everything. We appreciate you.
Hey, it's Joey from Woodward Sports at my favorite downtown Fenton, Bridge Street Exchange. Let's go check out their beautiful store. You know we love Michigan summers. Got to turn up on the lake. Pre-made mixed drinks. They even got their own beautiful Bridge Street Exchange t-shirts. I got mine on. Jewelry, they got you here. I got mine on. Titanium Buzz. If you're not quite ready to ask that big question yet with the jewelry, look nice for your girl. They got polos. And last but not least, the most comfortable shoes on the planet. Hey Dude. They're literally called Hey Dude. Shop here at Bridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. Support a locally owned business.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. It was a big night last night with the NFL Draft. We've been talking about it all day long. So why not bring in somebody that knows offensive linemen probably better than any of us could ever imagine, right, Joey? And your former alumni mate, right?
Yes. My alumni mate from Brother Rice High School went on to Eastern Michigan. Corey's alum. Shout out to the Eagles. Is it Eagles, right?
Eagles, man.
Eagles. I almost said Eaglets, like St. Mary's for stick.
Hey, don't clown the Eaglets, man.
You guys are the baby birds.
Yeah.
TJ Lang was the real bird with Corey. So what up, TJ Lang?
What up, y'all? Can you hear me today?
Yeah, TJ.
Yeah.
Annie in
Finally.
HD.
Hey, whose tree is better, mine or Justin Rodgers?
I like yours, man.
Justin looks like his was hand painted that he did at what's that?
The drunk painting class.
Painting with a twist.
Yeah, there you go. A nice glass of wine while you paint a tree.
Seems like something TJ would do probably too.
So TJ, man, how you feeling about that draft pick last night?
Guys, I mean, I think it's pretty unanimous around the city of Detroit today. It's a home run. You know, it's a home run. I think anytime you get a generational talent like that falls to number 7. Look, if there were, a couple of these quarterbacks decided to go back for their senior years, I mean, Penei Sewell probably would have been the number 1 pick, right? But we just kind of saw that run of quarterbacks at the beginning, and thank God Cincy and Miami kind of fell into the trap of keeping their young quarterbacks happy, taking the receivers, and man, I mean, I had almost the same reaction as Brad Holmes had. I wanted to go start working out, get back into shape because I want to go play next to that kid, man. He's going to be a special player for a long time.
Yeah, so when you break down the film and you really watch him, I mean, the main question I got to ask you is he better than you?
Probably. I mean, listen, dude, at least to start, my first 2 years in the league, I was a backup and I didn't get a chance to start till my 3rd year. But the crazy thing that I still can't really register in my mind is when you're watching this kid play. He opted out of 2020, but when you watch him play, you forget that he's an 18 and 19-year-old kid. I mean, he was 19 years old when he won the Outland Trophy, which is the best lineman in America, and he's 20. He's not going to be 21 until I think October or November of this year, and it's just kind of scary to think about his upside and his potential because I don't remember ever seeing a 19-year-old, 20-year-old kid just out there mauling people the way that he does. And what is he going to be when he's 23, 24? I mean, he's only going to get better. And it's just, I mean, with the contract extension to Taylor Decker, Jonah Jackson obviously has 3 years left on his deal. Vaitai has, I think 4 years left. Sewell's going to be here for at least 5. Frank Ragnow's probably going to get an extension at some point down the line. This could be a top 5 O-line for a lot of years to come. And when you get a new quarterback in like Jared Goff and you put some other pieces around him, that's their best friend. You got a good group of big guys in front of you. You're able to run the ball, pass protect, I mean, that's how you build a team. And there's precedent from it too. I remember even look at a couple years ago, with the Cleveland Browns that were struggling. They go out and draft Jedrick Wills last year, tackle in the first round. He's a day one starter. They signed Jack Conklin. Boom, they're a playoff team. Long time ago when I was playing, Dallas Cowboys used to be pretty bad. And then like 3 straight years they drafted Tyron Smith, left tackle, and then Travis Frederick, the center, and then Zach Martin, right guard. And it's like, what are these guys doing? And then they started winning 12, 13 games a year. So there's a lot of precedence with building your football team through the big guys and through the offensive line. And I think this is just an absolute home run pick for Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes.
So you obviously won a Super Bowl, and that's freaking sweet. You won a Super Bowl.
Fun fact.
With a man named Aaron Rodgers, and
yeah,
yesterday,
it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool, Joey.
Can I borrow it one day? Let me just borrow that thing one day. It'll be cool. But yesterday, obviously, Aaron Rodgers, your boy, comes out, and all that news. Like, what was your take on that? Because obviously you were around, so you've heard more than we have.
Yeah, no chance. First of all, no chance you're ever getting to hold my Super Bowl ring. But second of all, yeah, I think.
Hey, if you see my pro day video from yesterday, I'm going to send it to you, TJ. You would probably have some respect that you should let me borrow that.
Well,
right?
okay. Well, sidetrack. But if you got timed in a 40, would you be able to break 6 seconds?
He did not.
I broke.
He did not.
6:07 was
that
the 40.
was the second one.
Oh, my bad. That was his second time at the 40.
First one, I was like Kyle Pitts out there, plus 1.5 seconds.
Dude,
what was your 40 time, TJ?
Years. I bet I could beat you in a 40, Joey.
What was your 40, TJ?
Coming out, I think I was like high 5.0s, 5.08, low 5.1s.
Damn.
But I didn't have. I didn't go to the combine. We didn't have the facilities back at Eastern that a lot of teams do now. I mean, when I was running my pro day, it was like 25 degrees outside and windy. I was happy about it. But look, man, I think the timing and all that stuff with offensive linemen, yeah, there's a little bit of importance. But you know what? A lot of these top Hall of Fame players, guys that ran 5.5s, 5.6s, you can either play O-line or you can't. But going back to the Aaron Rodgers stuff, I mean, I think going back a year from a year ago when he was on a couple shows on draft day, and he was talking about a lot of really good receivers in this class. Really hope we can get one of those guys. It'd be awesome to get a young guy, another playmaker, blah blah blah. And they'd trade up and take a quarterback without even kind of telling Aaron. And I think that kind of hurt him a little bit. I think just knowing Aaron and being friends with him, knowing his personality, I think that kind of stung a little bit, right? And obviously, look, they did something right because he went on just on a rampage last year, won MVP, just ridiculous numbers. But at the end of the day, they made it to back-to-back NFC Championship games and never got past that. So they're obviously still a couple pieces away. And playing with Aaron, I think the one thing that he's always kind of wanted the Packers to do is, stop worrying about the future so much. Stop worrying about drafting guys that are going to develop and play maybe in 2 or 3 years or maybe when I'm gone. And worry a little bit more about the now. Go all in for now. If that's doing something uncomfortable like trading up or trading a future pick or whatever it is to go get a player, like do it, And I think yesterday's news, was strategically timed, probably on his part or his agent's part, right? Because I think that was kind of their payback from, okay, you guys kind of threw a wrench into our plans last draft. Let's throw a little wrench into your plans this year. So, but and I stayed up last night to watch who they were going to pick. It was going to be interesting to see, are they going to trade up and try to get one of these receivers? What are they going to do? They take a cornerback, and the two things kind of hit me. First one was like, oh man, Aaron's not going to be happy. But the second thing was, look, their defense is really the thing that's been holding them back from getting to Super Bowls, right? I mean, you look a couple years ago, they just got throttled by the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. Last year, they got throttled by Tampa Bay. So it hasn't been their offense. It's been their defense that's been struggling. So I don't know much about the kid they took out of Florida. I know he's fast as shit. He ran like a 4.25. But if he's a guy that can go in and play in Green Bay from day one and be an impact starter, he might be the impact guy that they need to get over that hump, not necessarily an offensive weapon. Maybe it is on the defensive side of the ball that they were missing 1 or 2 pieces to get over that hump, because that's all Aaron's ever really wanted. Just show me you guys are all in, stop drafting my replacements. Let's get out here. Let's go compete. And let's try to win a championship right now.
It absolutely just breaks my heart to see Green Bay infighting and falling apart like this. Like, I just feel so bad, and I hope they can get it together before the season because I really want them to do well. Couldn't even say the whole thing.
No one ever.
I couldn't even get that out.
I'm sure you speak for. I'm sure you speak for most of Detroit with that one. But
yeah,
no, it's funny, man. I think it's just knowing Aaron Rodgers, man. It's just he's a very passionate person, and he doesn't forget things. That's for sure.
And you mentioned the biggest thing about focusing on now. And that's what I'm so happy about the Detroit Lions team and the organization doing yesterday is drafting Penei Sewell showed that they were focused and that they were invested in Jared Goff. We got him for 2 years. So we don't need that replacement right now just yet.
Right, yeah. And I think, hey, maybe if it was kind of maybe if one of those top 3 guys slid a little bit, with the quarterbacks, with Lance or Zach Wilson, or when Justin Fields was there, I'm sure they probably had some conversations. But look, I think they brought in Jared Goff to be the guy, and I think Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell have talked about, they've brought in a lot of guys so far this year that were good players, but kind of feel slighted, maybe by former teams or maybe not getting the due respect that they've earned and they deserve. And I think that they want to light a fire under these guys and kind of revive some careers. And they've got some guys in there that are some badass, tough football dudes. And I think Jared Goff, he's young. What is he, 25, 26? He was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, So we talked about it. He obviously went through some hard times in L.A., especially last year. But the guy's a talented football player. And I think what the system that they want to build with the toughness and biting kneecaps and all that shit, they want to run the football. They want to run the football. They want to play action. They want to pass protect. And to shore up the offensive line and make sure that's a strength, not only this year kind of throwing in a patch, but like long term, I think it shows a lot about the competency of these guys. They know how to build a football team. And listen, Penei Sewell still got to come in. He's still got to show he's worthy of playing. He's still got to work his ass off. He's a young kid. There's going to be a lot of guys in that offensive line room that are going to give him some good competition. But you know what? You don't take a kid at 7 with that talent and not expect him to be a day one starter. He's going to be an impact player for a long time for this organization.
So in day 2 of the draft, we asked Justin Rodgers from the Detroit News, who was just on with us, what his home run pick would be. What do you think would be a home run pick for the Lions today?
Well, if there's any way that, there's a receiver, I can't remember his name, Elijah Moore, maybe from
3 for
Ole
3,
Miss.
baby.
Is that the kid?
That's who I want too, man.
Yeah. Hey, if he somehow falls, he's kind of a speedy, quick guy. There are some other receivers out there. I think Terrence Marshall, the big kid from LSU, is a really good talent too. Obviously, they need some help on the perimeter on the offensive side. But hey, look, if they fall in love with a defensive player too, don't rule that out. But I think there's going to be some receivers sitting here tonight that can come in and be day one starters for you. And if you're able to get out of the first 2 rounds with a starting offensive lineman and a starting wide receiver, the rest of the draft, you're pretty much, hey, let's just load up on defense. Let's just take the highest ranked defensive player we have on the board for the last, 5, 6 picks, whatever it is they have. So it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight. Yesterday with all the hype and everything about what could happen in the trades and just so many unknowns, I don't want to say it was a boring draft, but it kind of played out the way that everybody thought it was going to play out. Maybe I think the one surprise was Justin Fields falling to 11 and the Bears jumping up to get him.
Yeah.
But other than that, it kind of played out just the way everybody kind of thought, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens tonight. I wouldn't put it past the Lions to maybe be aggressive. If there's a couple guys they like in the second round, because they got a lot of capital next year. They got a couple first round picks from the Rams. I don't know if they're going to trade those to move up in the second, but there's a guy they really like. They could come out of this draft with 3 or 4 starters that we're going to see starting in the fall for and playing big time football.
Absolutely love it, man.
I just love hearing fellow Eagles just drop knowledge. It just brings a tear to my eye.
Thanks, Corey.
I just love how it feels like for the first time in a long time, all the Detroit Lions group one pride is on the same page. We're all on board with Sewell, And we're all like, we just talked to Justin Rogers, talking to TJ Lang, Terrace Marshall, and then of course Elijah Moore is the first people out of there. Like, we're all kind of in lockstep about what this team needs. And I feel like for the first time, the upper management understands what this team needs too. So it's not just the wisdom of the crowd speaking.
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement. I'll tell you that much. And I think for the fans, it's easy to kind of get lost in the Devontae Smith, Heisman, 22 touchdowns last year. Holy crap, let's go get this guy. But the thing about Lions fans is they're educated, man. You know what I mean? Like, they know what this team needs. They know what it takes to build a football team, and they know what kind of style of football they want to see their team play. Getting a big offensive lineman isn't the sexiest pick ever, but you know what? In 5 years from now, maybe 3 years from now, when they're out there beating the hell out of teams, I mean, it's gonna be worth it. But like you said, Stick, I think, looking at the last three specifically, I mean, look, a lot of questions around the Hawkinson pick. At 8, turned out to be a really good player, right? Pro Bowl player for him. Okudah, I don't know. Obviously he had some struggles last year, but there wasn't a lot of excitement around that pick. But let's see if he gets better. I think you really got to go back to the last home run pick. I mean, kind of putting those two guys aside right now because they're still young, is probably the last offensive lineman they took in the first round, Frank Ragnow. And at the time, I remember watching the draft and everybody, kind of working the draft a little bit. Who the heck is this guy? What are we doing? Taking a center. Frank Ragnow is, all pro center. So it obviously worked out for him, and I think they have even higher hopes for Penei Sewell.
I know we all do here, and it was a big moment last night. If you want to go back and watch the reaction video from everybody at our draft party, like, honestly, we had some hot chicks chanting Sewell unprompted, like during the 4th pick, during the 5th pick, during the 6th pick. Like, even the girls wanted an offensive lineman, and as a big man, that's got to make you feel good. Offensive linemen are trendy now, baby.
Dude, man, I tell you what, it's a different world than when I came in. Offensive linemen are finally starting to get some love out there on social media and get their names out a little bit. But, I was on the edge of my seat, man. When I saw Cincinnati take Jamar Chase and Miami's pick was in, I was like, oh my God, please don't say Penei Sewell. Please don't say Penei Sewell, right? And they took another receiver, man. Everything you couldn't have asked. If you're Brad Holmes and you're John Dorsey and you're Dan Campbell, I mean, you could not ask for a better dream scenario than what happened last night.
Yep. Well, I couldn't ask for a better dream scenario than having TJ Lang check in with us the day after the draft, too. So thank you for your time this morning, man, and I appreciate you hanging me on the wall in the background, a little homage. Just a nice little reminder when you're walking through the house, and I love it, man.
Just cut out a picture of Stick on one of the little tree branches over there. Little baby face.
Yeah. I got to rip some branches off, and then we'll get you up there.
Thank you, TJ, man. We appreciate your insight, and as always, you're just a great guy to talk to, and, Detroit legend here with us for sure.
Yeah, good catching up with you guys, man. Have a good weekend.
Talk to you later, man.
See you, TJ.
Enjoy the draft tonight.
Day 2.
Man. I feel like we're just continuing the momentum from last night. Like, it's just
that momentum
so
yesterday was just next level. It really was.
Again, it goes back to what we said earlier. The morning after with this draft just feels different.
Yep.
No plan B needed.
That's normally how I wake up feeling too. Like, oh, something went wrong last night. Like, this does not feel right. So let's get into Joey's news coming up next. But first, I got to tell you all about Hall Financial. If your interest rate is over 3%, we got to fix that for you, and we got to fix that today. And it's real easy. 5-minute absolute free consultation with Hall Financial, and they can tell you if they can save you some money. And that's really what this is all about. My interest rate on the house I own is 5%. I'm working with Hall Financial right now. Get it down to about 3%, and that's going to save me so much in taxes. It's worth the 5-minute investment of your time. Believe me, if I could pay you $200 a month, $300 a month for 5 minutes, you would do it. So make sure you get a hold of them. Hall Financial. Go to davidhallmortgage.com and make sure you let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Good morning, everyone!
Extra, extra, read all
about it?
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go.
We officially welcome Penei Sewell to Detroit, drafted number 7 in the 2021 NFL Draft. And we just had TJ Lang on talking about how great this pick was, and I'm pretty sure there's nobody that's disappointed in this one. 3 quarterbacks taken in the first 3 picks: Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, and the one that surprised me, Trey Lance, with that number 3 pick. But Jalen Waddle picked number 6 to the Miami Dolphins. Went Aaron Rodgers mode on this one. By the way, he just left his family.
I mean, that kind of looks planned, though, right? Do you think he planned that?
I mean, what's...
Play that one more time, Alex, because it looks like the family knew.
Yeah, they didn't charge at him. Like, they didn't go at him.
Like that. On watching that again, I feel like they planned. He's like, I'm gonna be a badass, y'all. I'm just gonna walk out of the room.
They got to put the family on, though. Come on.
Right.
And we talk about how the Packers GM came out yesterday to say, this was like overnight, right around like midnight this dropped, we are not going to trade Aaron Rodgers, is what he had to say. But Aaron Rodgers definitely does want out. So that is no surprise there.
Or, like TJ said, Aaron Rodgers just maybe trying to screw with them like they screwed with him last year in the draft.
Yeah.
Like, he's so petty, man. If that's the only reason and he really isn't planning on going anywhere, one of the pettiest moves of all time, and actually makes me kind of like Aaron Rodgers.
Not pettier than them getting Jordan Love last year, though.
No, that was the dumbest thing ever.
I'm not mad about it, but it was the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
Anything to make the Packers not that good of a team.
Yeah.
Tim Tebow, though. In other news,
speaking of not good quarterbacks,
so yesterday the NFL draft goes on. 2 of the biggest stories: Aaron Rodgers and Tim Tebow trending on Twitter. He worked out with the Jaguars and seriously is given a shot at playing tight end in the NFL. I see why, because obviously playing quarterback didn't work out so well for him.
Shoot the duck.
And it also helps that you have a relationship with Urban Meyer. Like, hey, I need a job, coach.
Right.
Help me out.
Hey, coach, remember when I won you a national championship? Can I be like backup tight end or something? You got me?
Damn.
He's probably going to be like a second or third, probably a third string tight end, just sitting on the bench collecting money while he's at home just because his coach is his boy.
You say that, but it's Tim Tebow. I mean, the dude actually won a playoff game. He has more playoff wins at quarterback than Matthew Stafford. Oh.
Not our problem anymore.
Yeah, not our problem anymore. But you say that about Tim Tebow. No, he's going to lead the league in touchdowns at tight end just because that's Tim Tebow's blessed life.
No.
20 points and 10 rebounds for Beef Stew yesterday night. The Pistons ended up losing by 10 to the Dallas Mavs. The Red Wings lost by 3-1 to the Carolina Hurricanes. The Detroit Tigers lost to the Chicago White Sox 11-0. So, Fish, you're welcome for us forcing you to be at the NFL draft.
I got some more news for you, Joey.
Uh-oh. Breaking news or just news?
It could be breaking news, however you want to classify it.
All right.
I'm getting a little bit better, but next week I got my friend Marcus coming in. He's gonna come in the show. Me and Marcus are gonna do the 1-chip challenge.
Ooh.
Are you good with hot stuff like that?
I'm good with hot stuff, but I've never done this. Makazi, who I interviewed on our Everything Is show, we ended the show talking about hot stuff. We were talking about the cinnamon challenge, and I said, I still need to do the the 1-chip challenge. He said, dude, I have a box of them in my room. I'll just mail you out some. So he mailed me out a couple.
That's your fault. Why would you say you still got to try it?
Well, hey, I got told him I ain't no punk, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it live. I guess I ain't gonna do it to start the show, probably towards the end, but I got both of them, and as long as Birmingham Roast hooks me up with the almond milk, we good to go.
I hate to throw you under the bus when you said I ain't no punk. You kind of are, because how many years did it take you to finish college, Corey?
Ooh, that's
shots fired. I'm just playing.
You finished college?
10.
Shit. I mean, 1 year. I'm still considered a freshman.
But here's the thing. It took me a while to finish college, but that was also because I had one of the best event photography companies in Michigan.
There you go. Boom. Boom. That's not where he was trying to go, but I know where you're trying to go. Do your thing, Joey.
Anytime because right now we got a couple graduates. We got Kennedy, we got intern Alex, and every time Corey drops in that chat, I got you on the photos, though.
Can we give love to intern Alex, too, last night? Like, what a great job he did on that recap video, and we should play that coming up again?
Let's
just
do
so
it.
people actually
2:30 in the morning is when I got this email saying he did not sleep working on it all night.
Yeah, actually, you got that ready? Can we play that right now? This is a quick recap of what went down at the draft last night with Woodward Sports at the Del Mar. And we are live. Welcome to the first inaugural NFL draft party with Woodward Sports, and it's a pleasure to be here with everybody. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching. Hopefully, historic night for the Detroit Lions.
Let's hope.
With the 7th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Penei Sewell.
Woodward Sports Network NFL Draft, first annual. We are out of here, and welcome to Detroit, Penei Sewell.
Hey, Penei, welcome to Detroit.
Man, thank you.
Look at that. Right after getting drafted, he wanted to go talk with Corey Woods.
That's gonna make me smile forever, man. That video is gonna make me smile forever, just for what it means for the city, for just how many people were excited that we drafted an offensive lineman, for the fact that we were doing our live watch party from down at the Del Mar. Just everything about that video was perfect last night. Everything went perfect last night.
It was a good day.
Couldn't have asked for a better night. So thank you, Detroit Lions, for giving me this great memory. You know, Terry Foster always asks me, what have the Lions done for you? Last night was something they did for me. I'm going to remember that for the rest of my life. So there you go, Terry. If you're watching right now, last night is what they did for me. What's up, Fish?
Hey, Stick.
Hey, Fish.
You like football?
I do.
We have more football for you.
What kind of football, Fish?
I feel like we're in a high school, like when you're talking with the cheerleaders.
Right.
Hey there.
Football with an actual ball where they kick it a lot more than they do in a certain other football.
So not American football.
It is not American football.
What kind of football is it, Fish?
European. Or international football.
International football, and we have to bring up our international football expert, Craig, the host of We Are Soccer, and of course we're bringing you up here for the main reason tomorrow DCFC kicks off their season, right?
Yes, sir. Boys, tomorrow's a big day. So Detroit City FC, home opener, first game of the season at home. They've already played in a preseason tournament, which they kicked ass in. They went down to Chattanooga. We're down there for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and absolutely killed it. Detroit City FC played 3 games, didn't give up a single goal.
Nice.
They are in mid-season form right now. It is fun to watch. So tomorrow, 7:30, Keyworth Stadium. Limited capacity due to COVID. So 20% allowed in the stadium. I believe there's going to be just over 1,500.
Yeah, I've heard that's already sold out, though, right?
Oh, they've sold out. Yeah, I mean, I tried to get tickets. They opened it up, I think, 2 weeks ago. They opened it up, and within a few seconds online, those tickets were sold out. It's unbelievable how quick these tickets go. We're hoping that as the season goes along, restrictions get laxed a little bit, and more people can get into the game. But just because you can't be there doesn't mean you can't watch it. I'm going to read off here, so I apologize. For the first time in club history, the match will be broadcast on television across the state of Michigan and streamed on the club DCFC, their YouTube channel.
Nice.
In Detroit, TV 20 is where you can watch that game.
All right.
If you're in Flint, Saginaw, CW 46. And if you're in the Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo area, it's CW 7. Lansing is CW 5. And Northern Michigan, CW 32. So go ahead and give it a tune. If you don't have the TV and you just got online, right? That's where everything's going. Tune in to the Detroit City FC YouTube channel. I know We Are Soccer's Facebook and YouTube channel have that link as well. So for you guys, Woodward Sports will probably put that out there as well.
Yep.
So
what time's the game tomorrow?
7:30, fellas.
7:30. So you're on tomorrow morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. right here on Woodward Sports. So you're going to do kind of like a pregame, bring the coach on, talk to some of the players.
Exactly.
Like big plans happening for opening day. I mean, this is like opening day for Tigers, but this is like opening day for you, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're going to do 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. We Are Soccer. We're going to talk a lot about Detroit City FC. We got some highlights we're going to show. We're going to put some other things in there. And then quickly, before I forget, at 7:15 tomorrow night, I will be at the stadium going live on We Are Soccer doing a pregame. So we'll let you know the starting lineup. We're going to let you know news and notes coming up for the game. We may do some shots of the crowd, maybe an interview or two. And if you haven't seen a Detroit City FC game, those Northern Guard supporters are nuts, man. It is so fun.
Yeah,
so,
soccer hooligans are next level football, like football fans. Fish, you had your hand up. What do you? I know this is right up your alley, buddy. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I was gonna say at 7:30 p.m., not a.m.
Oh yeah.
Sorry if I mentioned it. Yeah, 7:30 p.m. tomorrow.
Well, no, I was doing it because I get up at 7:30 a.m. So
I'll be up preparing for the 8 a.m. show of We Are Soccer, which we'll be talking about it. But as you can see, I'm also wearing the new 2021 Detroit City FC jersey. This thing is nice. Puts me back in my playing days a little bit.
Yeah, Craig dropped that, or not Craig, Chris dropped that off yesterday. And it is nice. You got the spirit of Detroit up here.
Oh, man.
I love that logo.
Sponsored by Adidas.
Yeah, isn't that great? I mean, the back of it's awesome as well. It's got, I don't know if you can see the number 21. It's got some logos on there. It's a tight jersey, man. I love it. And those will be for sale. You can go online and pick those up. And if you're at the game tomorrow, pick it up as well. So, yeah, I'm very happy. Thank you, DCFC, for handing this over to me.
You're on our Twitter, right? You follow our Twitter.
Yes,
Did you
sir.
see kind of the little exchange from DCFC fans and some people on our Twitter thread? It's at Woodward Sports if you guys want to follow us. So we put out a poll, of the next 4 teams, who's most likely to win a championship. And the soccer fans got a hold of it, and they're like, why isn't DCFC on this? And Terry Foster started battling with them. It became a whole thing. And I love that. I love the passion of those fans.
Oh, it's nuts. They are absolutely nuts. It's a lifestyle for them. And they've been really good to We Are Soccer. We have a lot of exchanges with them, good exchanges, and man, they are so fun. I can tell you, I played for DCFC 10 years ago, and it is absolutely nuts to be on the field and hear those fans and the smoke bombs that are going off. Yeah, it is crazy. They are so cool, those fans, man.
I can't wait to go to a game because I see so many videos, and I have yet to make it out there to Keyword Stadium, is it?
Yes, sir.
I can't wait for that.
It's an experience. It's an awesome experience, and I really hope everything gets opened up 100% soon so more people can get out there. It's something you got to experience in Detroit.
Yeah, and it's a Detroit thing, so you got to support it whether you want to or not. I mean, that's part of what we're doing here at Woodward Sports. That's why, we're bringing on all these Detroit contributors, TJ Lang, Justin Rodgers. Everybody is so Detroit-based, and we can't ignore you guys sell out every game, 5,000, 6,000 people, right?
I think it's close to 8,000.
8,000.
Every single game gets sold out. But so yeah, when that opens up, jump on and get those tickets. We have tickets on We Are Soccer that we give away every week. So tune in tomorrow. We'll have another giveaway of 2 tickets to an upcoming game this season. And don't sleep on the women either, man. Probably a bad wording there, but
fine. No, sleep on the women.
DCFC have a women's team, and they're kicking off soon as well. A good friend of mine is the coach there. The Northern Guard supporters are out there as well for those games. So a lot of fun to be at the women's games as well.
All right, man. Well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow morning's show. Going to definitely watch it and tune in and make sure that I'm up to date on DCFC because, like Joey said, we got to make a bigger impression out at that game. 8,000 people there, and they're all rowdy. It seems like my type of party.
Yes, sir.
So thank you, Craig, for coming on with us this morning. Tomorrow, good luck on your show, and then good luck for opening day, man. I know you're pumped for it.
I am. All right, boys. Appreciate it. Cheers.
Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate
I
you.
love how he always ends it. Cheers.
Cheers.
I love it.
That's the
Thank
British
you,
in you,
Craig.
right?
Exactly.
That's right. Cheers. Cheers, and he'll go have some Earl Grey on the way out. Coming up next, we got Fish's Facts. All the fun facts that you need to know to make you look cool at the water cooler. Coming up next on Woodward Sports.
I'm Drake Bell. I'm part of. I hate the Bears.
Hey, Hi, I'm Sean Baligian, and all our teams suck.
We'll be here to soothe your sports finish.
Legion and Bell.
Tap in every day, Monday through Friday, 11 to 1.
Is it time?
Yeah, it is. Fish!
Go fish. Fish facts.
It's fish!
It is now time for the world famous fish facts. I mean, it's so world famous that when Rude Jude was on here, people got mad that we had to skip fish facts. So, Fish, give it to the people.
Well, it's Friday. Very excited for Friday.
Yeah,
Doesn't feel like a Friday, but it is Friday. And tomorrow's the weekend, everybody. So I hope you have a great weekend. I will be very excited, having a great weekend. And we will start with a video, as always. And this video is, of course, regularly scheduled program of Friday Night Football this morning, which took place between the Titans and the Broncos. Out there on the field, they scored 3 tries in 9 minutes.
That's pretty good.
And they're up 22-0, and, well, as you can imagine, they're like the Lions. They lost.
They're like the Lions.
They blew a 22-point lead.
Oh,
so,
wow.
yeah, they're like the Lions.
You get comfortable, man. Bad things happen.
Yeah.
What's average scores for matches like this?
Around mid-20s.
Okay.
Some will be more defensive, and it'll be like 12-10. This one was 36-24.
Wow.
And there was the mini fight at the end. Because as you can imagine, the white team was pissed that they blew a 22-point lead. And the other team's not doing good. They're 16th place, so ouch. We go to football, where Patriots, Bill Belichick. Well, this is the first ever QB that he has drafted in the first round.
Yeah, well, Belichick, the last quarterback drafted by New England in the first round. You know who it was?
I do not.
Drew Bledsoe.
Huh.
Yeah, fun facts.
Yeah. And Maz was not happy about that.
That they were able to just sit at 15 and get Mac Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Patriots are going to Patriot. They just find a way to get it done
Didn't
no matter
help
what.
that Stingray Steve was going at Maz.
Yeah.
That certainly did not help. Maz was
Mac
devastated.
Jones, Bill Belichick, this is going to going
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be like that.
He doesn't
that
need
is
a
his
mobile quarterback.
ideal. Yes, that is his ideal QB, and this is going to work.
And then we go to Elise Johnson for the Brooklyn Nets. He scored 20 points and 21 rebounds.
Damn.
He's the first Nets player for 2020 game off the bench. He was off the bench as well since 1997.
Wow. Yeah, that's numbers off the bench, Fish.
That is numbers off the bench. Joey, did you do any of that?
I did not.
Because you knew he was coming off the bench?
I did.
I did not.
I did. That was.
Fish throwing shots.
I just remembered that. And then, of course, Steph Curry was on every single list we talk about. Most 30-point games in a month by a player aged 33 or older. He has 13 in the month of April. Kobe, Carl, and Dominique Wilkins on that list.
That's a solid list of players to be attached to.
And then we go to today, which is April 30th. Almost forgot, but it is April 30th. Tomorrow's May 1st. Maz's Christmas. We go to 1921, where it's the first American Professional Football Association Championship.
All right.
That's a long name, but that's what it was called, and then it changed into the bunch of different names: USFL, AFL, World Bowl, NFL,
Super Bowl.
So, if you want more information, Maz has all that. And then we go. That's supposed to be a good thing. 1997, the Atlanta Braves. They won a record 19 games in April.
Yeah, no, Atlanta Braves in the 90s were a scary team. It's crazy that they never actually got it done. But Albert Bell back then. I mean, Steve Avery, John Smoltz. Whew. Good.
John
Greg.
Smoltz, that's my boy's dad, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Smoltz, Tigers traded him to Atlanta for Doyle Alexander. It was awesome.
And then we have a draft, but it's not the draft that's happening today. It's a first-round draft that happened in 2015. You guys remember this guy? Tampa Bay Buccaneers drafted Jameis Winston from Florida State Seminoles, who ended up okay, average.
Mr. 30 for 30.
Yeah.
30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. Jameis Winston.
Yeah, he wishes he was on the Bucs.
They don't.
And then we have a birthday today.
Oh, watch out, Adam's going to shank you. All right, never mind.
There's no razor, so. We have a birthday today, and it is a very special player. It's a Piston birthday today. It is 1961, Isaiah Thomas.
Hey, Zeke.
Happy birthday.
Best small guard of all time. You can debate me anytime, anywhere, and I'll take it to the streets.
And it used to confuse me because they talk about Isaiah Thomas, who is a player for the, I don't know where he plays anymore. He's been bumping around, but he's a player now.
Yep.
That's different than the Piston Isaiah Thomas back in the day.
Right, but do you know he was named that because his dad lost a bet in the '89 finals? That was the bet. If the Pistons won, that he would have to name his son Isaiah with his last name Thomas, and the Pistons won, so that's why we had the new Isaiah Thomas. So even though they're separate, they are connected.
Well, I wish he was a Piston. He is not.
Yeah, no, he was good for a while. Then he got injured, and he's been bouncing around the league, taking 10-day contracts.
And then, for some reason, there was like 8 weddings in sports. So I guess today was a big day that people wanted to get married. But the only one that stuck out to me was soccer great Pele got married today. The age is ridiculous, 53 to 36. So he went young on that one.
He went young.
He married a psychiatrist.
There you go. That'll help. I always thought it'd be weird to be married to a psychiatrist. Like, are they always psychoanalyzing me? Like, can I have a normal conversation with them? Are they taking whatever I say and, like, turning it into something that's not supposed to be? And this is why I could never date somebody like that.
Well, he learned you can't. Did you watch Pele stick? Did you know?
Yeah. I know about the bicycle kick and all that stuff.
Yeah, he was a beast for the Brazilian national team.
Yes, he was.
Those are the facts. Have a great weekend.
There
We'll be there for the whole 5 days this time. We're not taking Monday off again.
That's right, Fish. Love you, man. Thank you so much for bringing your mom and dad last night and having fun with us at the draft. I'm glad you had a great experience. Now let's get into Joey's dumbass of the day.
Oh, to present the award,
it is Joey.
It is time. Dumbass of the day.
Why would you do that? And the loser is...
Oh, boy. We got a local one. One from our NFL draft party. And I hate to do this because he is our boy.
Oh, no.
I hate to, but I got a video with this, so I got to do it. But
Yes.
it is our boy by the name of Matt Murphy, who took on a challenge. And Joik Bell always tells us how even all of us in this room always come up and they say that, oh, I could beat an NFL athlete in this and this and this. Matt Murphy comes up yesterday as Joik Bell's playing Madden and says, I could take you in Madden for $1,000. And Joik said, all right. 1 minute quarters. Ended up beating him. Lost $1,000. He was going to do the payment. Then he decided to take on Chad Johnson's son.
Double down, baby.
To double down, double or nothing. So now the dude is $2,000 deep. And he has not made this payment yet. But then Joik said, all right, well, if you ain't going to pay, I want you to swim in the Detroit River from Detroit all the way to Canada, touchdown, and swim back right now. And here's some video.
No, I'm gonna take that little boy money. No, I'm gonna take his money. That's his money. But check it though. No. That's his money. Check it though. That's that little boy money. Check it though. He's in the 10th grade. You gonna take his money? No, I ain't gonna take his money. His daddy got his money. He good. No. Hey, check it out though. Check it out though. I'm willing to, like you said.
What are you willing to do?
I'm willing to jump in the Detroit River.
Hey,
I'm willing to.
Back. No. You got to swim to Canada, all the way to Canada, touch it, and swim all the way back.
And I'll do that. I'll swim to Canada and back.
Or it's off.
All right, back. Say less.
You got to go right now.
Say less.
All right, come on. You got, let me see, what time is it? And you got until, I'm going to give you 45 minutes to get down and back. And you only got, and once we get there and walk up to the shore, you only got 5 minutes to jump in and get started. And you ain't no waiting and
all right. Say less.
No, I'm not about to be the cause of your death.
I'm not going to die. I know how to swim, bro. I know how to swim.
I'm so glad Joik followed up with that because I was literally going to say, Joik going to get somebody killed out here.
Exactly. So, listen, if you don't pay up on this bet, Matt, that's $2,000. You got to swim in the Detroit River today.
We'll make it happen, man. We'll make it happen.
I got to give one quick shout out. If I don't do this, I'm going to get in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Shout out to my chapter. Today is our charter day. April, we will find Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, the Delta Nu chapter, not the entire fraternity. My chapter. We were founded on April 30th, 1955, today at Michigan State Normal College, now known as Eastern Michigan University.
Beautiful, man.
The motherfucking Deaf chapter, pride of the Northern Province.
Dang. Woo. Okay, Corey.
I mean, that's how we get down. Everybody know, it's hot as hell at Delta Nu, so that's all I'm going to say right there. But shout out to our charter members, George Burton, Gordon E. Strong, Isaac D. Thomas, Jonas Chenault, and Raymond Albert Williams.
And what do you got to say about hazing?
What we already know it. We already got to go to this, but Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated is a non-hazing organization.
Thank you, sir.
I love how fast he says
If it doesn't say micro machines, it's not the real thing. What do you got, Fish?
Hey, is there border security on the water?
Yeah, he would be arrested in a minute.
So he could possibly die because of drowning and arrested.
Yeah, or
lose
a dead body.
$2,000.
A dead body that was buried comes up, grabs
So
his
not
leg,
only does he have to pay $2,000, he'll probably have to pay for, I'm assuming, either Canadian or U.S. border security bills and
Fish,
possibly jail.
This falls
That's
under.
a lot of money.
This falls under. Don't start no shit. Won't be no shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a lot of money he's paying there.
If you're running your mouth and you're putting up money, you better be able to pay.
Why 1 minute quarters?
Because the original plan was for Joik to play him every pick, and we were gonna run it down. But then money started being thrown around, and next thing you know, Joik's over there playing Madden and winning.
We were in Greektown, so we got to bet, right?
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for waking up with the Morning Woodward Show this morning. We're on every morning right here on the Woodward Sports Network, 8 to 10 a.m. Baligian and Bell are up next. I'm sure Joik's going to talk about whooping that kid's ass in Madden too. So have a great day. The draft day 2 kicks off at 7 o'clock tonight. We're going to have more coverage of it. But yeah, all day long, man. Make sure you're tuned in to Woodward Sports, Detroit's only digital sports network. Thank you guys very much. Have a great weekend.